said we always give the team 3 keys to the game, and number 3 is generally the most important. We underline it, and it was that the tougher team will win this game, and they did. I think, you know, the worst thing at times you can do with a young basketball team is jump out, you get an early lead because they start thinking, oh, we're better than these guys, the game's over. And they just kept grinding and grinding, as I knew they would, and they would come back. The other thing we talked about is the veterans stepping up for us. With 7 freshmen, it's really important that the veteran players step up and have big games. And Rio Andaho was the key for them. You know, we talked a lot about Shane being able to shoot the basketball and Hanky around the basket. So their 3 veterans, I thought, stepped up and did a really good job. Our guys struggled at times. They were up and down. But it's hard when you look at a timeout, you're looking for bench, or just now speaking with them, and you're looking at freshmen and you're trying to get freshmen to make plays that win you games. And it's not an excuse, it's just the way it is right now. But I thought they did a good job. I thought their energy, obviously we come out 20-8, and then they go on a 22-5 run, I think, to end the half, and then the first 5 minutes of the second half when they came out and made 2 threes. And God, you know, we shoot free throws in practice every day, and we don't leave until we shoot 80% as a team. So they come out and shoot 48% and miss 13 free throws in a game that you lose by 13 or 14 points. It could be challenging. So, as I said before, the youth is making me old. We talked about ball security, and we turned the ball over 18 times. But that's it. Back to work. We get a couple days off here for the holiday, and then we'll be back and practice a couple times on the 26th.
Questions?
Hey, Coach, start the game hot, and then seems like the offense lackadaisical a little bit with turnovers and the run, and then at the end, the offense comes together again. On the sideline, what do you see from the team, you know, when you're seeing empty possessions or that the other team going on a run, to, you know, make sure that you finish the game 40 minutes with great offensive possessions?
Well, I think at the end it gets a little different. They have a lead, so they're defending a little differently. We played small at the end to try to come up and go after them a little bit defensively. We didn't do a great job at that, but we did string a bunch of stops together. So the difference was stops. You know, it's a lot easier to score off misses than it is after they get organized in their defenses after a score made basket. But I think that was a big part of it at the end. You know, we opened the floor up a little bit. That's the way they want to play. But God, I think we had it at 10, and Eric missed the dunk and a free throw, and then Lonnie missed 2 free throws at 10. You know, you want to break that 10-point barrier, and then things get a little dicey, and the pressure goes to your opponent when you're, you know, all of a sudden they're giving up the lead. But at 10, they still feel pretty confident about it. But I think those were the big differences. We started hot and we ended cold, that's for sure, especially in the first half.
Tom, they played 9 guys double-figure minutes. Did the depth have a factor on your rotation playing 7 guys?
No, not a whole lot. I think we played 8. I mean, we saw some guys in there early. You know, the Kiva, Matt Suarez, but you know, Brian Smith, Mandel Thomas, and the Manu all played. So I guess we played an 8-man or a 7 or 8-man rotation, which is what we usually do. I think, look, there's a timeout every 4 minutes. We're all both using most of our timeouts. College basketball now, you play in 3-4 minute spurts, and we're in good enough shape to do that. So I don't think the fatigue factor wears you down as much as it used to. But yeah, I mean, you know, we battled the backboards. We both went to the foul line equal number of times. So I thought in the second half, though, the effort plays that we had talked about, you know, being first to the floor on loose balls, getting 50-50 rebounds, stepping in and taking charges to protect the basket. We didn't make those effort plays in the second half, and they did. Yeah.
You mentioned free throws, 48% is obviously unacceptable. The best free throw shooter I ever saw in my life was Rick Barry, and he shot them underhanded. Now, it was a high percentage. I just wonder, you think comes a time when maybe we should go back to that type, or because ESPN doesn't look macho to do that, but it's efficient?
Yeah, well, I don't even know how to teach it. I mean, I used to shoot that way in 3rd grade in CYO. I used to make it. But I remember as a kid, Will Chamberlain used to shoot them like that once in a while. Yeah, like I said, look, we're a pretty good free throw shooter. I mean, we have a couple guys that aren't, but guys like Eric Pascal shooting 80% from the foul line, shoots 3 of 7.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't think that. Check with me in February. If we keep shooting 48%, I'll call you. I promise.
I'll get a hold of Rick.
And I'll have them wear Oakland. What was the name? Oakland Warriors uniform.
Oakland Oaks,
Miami. He played for the Miami Tropics when he was doing that. Right? I'm showing my age.
Coach,
You addressed two things, the perimeter defense on the three, which I think shot 50% from three-point range. Can you
Yeah.
address that? And also, it looks like you had problems with that zone trap, that full-court zone trap that they put on you.
Yeah, well, more so I thought in half court with the zone trap. We didn't have a ton of backcourt turnovers that led to layups for them. But in the front court, we talked about when they extend like that on you, what you need to do is not try to run offense. You need to basically rip the ball and go by someone. Similar to what Georgetown did for years. They just come out and take you out of offense. So, you know, the guys needed to turn and get the ball into the lane. And when we got the ball on the baseline, I thought we did a good job. We did a poor job with Richards, and that was a, 4 of 6 from 3. That's the whole game for them. The term we use is Xing someone, which means you don't help off them, you stay with them. We run a defense where we switch, assignments on screens and dribble handoffs. Twice he got really good looks off of those. Another time, one of the young guys ran at a non-shooter when he was open in the corner instead of just staying disciplined and running to him. But yeah, that's the best they've shot the ball from the perimeter. Obviously, we came out zone, and our goal was to make them beat us over the top, with the exception of Richards. I thought Williams' two threes were huge. I think he had great confidence, and he made those 2 threes, and that really extended their lead in the beginning of the second half.